Hello guys, in this lesson I'm going to explain how to do the workshop number 1 for English Arts, and this is 7th grade, okay? The class objective is to be able to use the adverbs of frequency and to find differences between two pictures, okay? This is basically a review. We already seen this topic in the classroom, remember? The adverbs of frequency. Okay, so this is basically what you need to do. In the activities, on the activity number 1, you need to go to the Richmond platform and complete the assigned selected content from Unit 2. The activity number 2, you need to answer the questions about you using the adverbs of frequency. Okay, so you have to answer only 3 questions. The question number 1, what do you always do on the weekend? So this is an action that you always do. Always. You always do this on the weekend. So for example, I always go to the park on the weekend. I always go to visit my grandma on the weekend. I always do exercises on the weekend, for example. The second question is, where do you often go after class? Where do you often go after class? After you finish your classes at school, where do you often go to? So you can say, for example, I often go to visit my friend after school, or I often go to soccer practice after class, or I often go to do something else. It depends on you, okay? And the third question, who do you seldom talk to? Seldom means rarely, it's the same. It's something that you don't usually do. So, for example, you can say, I seldom talk to John. Okay, this is an example. Okay, so I'm going to explain a little bit about how to use the adverbs of frequency. All right, so here we use adverbs of frequency like sometimes or usually to say how often we do things or how often things happen. I never, that means 0%. I never have any problems with adverbs of frequency. Okay, so let's see what you know. We use adverbs of frequency in this order, according to their meaning. Okay, 100% is always. So, for example, I always brush my teeth after I eat. I usually go to work, or I normally go to work. I often go to the gym. Sometimes I visit my friend. I occasionally eat an ice cream. I hardly ever eat junk food. And never, it's something that it's 0% chance. So I never get into fights with anybody. Okay, so are there any missing? I think that most of them you could include frequently, okay, also with usually, and we use not very often too, okay, frequently, usually, not very often, okay. And here are some examples. I always hang out together. The northern lights are usually green. You normally see them best in September or March. It's often cloudy. Like here, the weather in Bogota, it's often cloudy and rainy, right? Okay, so this is basically what you need to do about the adverbs of frequency. Then you need to do the exercise number 2. You need to find or spot the difference between picture A and picture B. There are 6 differences. Okay, so for example, here I see that the door is closed, and I see here that the door is open. So what you need to do is that you need to write in picture A, the door is closed. In picture B, the door is open, and so on with the rest of the picture. Okay, so that is basically it, what you need to do in this workshop. Thank you very much, guys, for listening.